Today we're going to talk about how you can build yourself passive income by understanding the cash flow quadrant. My name is Amanda Ryba. I have been a licensed financial coach and consultant for the past 8 years as of the date this video is produced, and it is my goal to illuminate to the world what wealthy people know and understand about money. And one thing all wealthy people understand is it's very important to have a portfolio that pays you passive income. Let's dive in. Now, the idea of the cash flow quadrant dates all the way back to Mr. Robert Kiyosaki, who wrote this book back in 1998. As you can tell, I've read it a few times. Now, this is the key to getting yourself from thinking like an employee to a business owner and eventually to an investor. So let's dive in. So if we're looking at the cash flow quadrant, everybody starts off as an employee. Employees, what is their situation? They have to go to work to make money, right? They're essentially trading their time for money because they have a job, right? They don't own anything. They don't show up if they don't go to work, they don't get paid. What I teach people how to do is to get into the self-employed category, right? I teach them how to start a business. But what's the problem with being self-employed? You basically now just own a job, right? You are now still trading your time for money because as a self-employed individual, you still have to show up every day at work to make money. Now, the benefit is it's on your time, right? So for example, let's talk about like a hairstylist or maybe like a real estate agent or maybe an insurance broker. They still have to show up to work to get paid. Now, if they take time off and they want to go and do a trip with their family or travel somewhere, they're not going to make any money if they're not working. So that's being self-employed. The next step that I try to take everybody from is from being self-employed to then being what we call a business owner. And in the business owner category, you actually own a system. You are now leveraging a system and you're leveraging the efforts of other people to grow and build your company. We always like to say, let the system run the business, right? Be system driven, not people driven. Because if you're system driven, you can plug anybody into the business model and the business will continue to thrive. Once you get into the business owner category, you're actually leveraging the time of others to essentially make a profit. Where now we're talking passive income. If I own a business, which I do, right? I am partnered with GFI through the Global Financial Impact essentially agency that I work through. I own a business. I have a multitude of agents that I have trained to do what I do. And because I have trained people to be able to step into my place, if I want to go out there and take a trip or travel or see family or just take time off, I can do that and still essentially have income coming in from the efforts of the business that I built and the machine and the system that is running itself. That's becoming a business owner. Then from there, the goal is to go from a business owner to an investor. Where now investors are not essentially worried about a business. They have their money putting it to work and making more money for them, right? They have investments that are growing, that are building them wealth over time. So your investments now are essentially making you money. So if we take a look at this, right? Linear income, you trade time for money. That's what we are taught how to do in school, right? Most people are not taught how to think or be a business owner in school. And then from there, our goal is to get people to the point where they have leveraged and residual income coming in. You leverage a system and your money to essentially make you more money or make you passive income. So everything on the left side of this quadrant is you having to go to work to make money. Everything on the right side of this quadrant is essentially passive income. You have built a business, you have built a system, you are leveraging the time, energy, and efforts of others to run it, and that's bringing you in passive income. Okay, so now we understand the cash flow quadrant, and we know that if we want to build passive income, we have to get ourselves from the left side of the quadrant to the right side of the quadrant, from thinking like an employee and like a self-employed individual to thinking like a business owner and eventually an investor. And it's not something that happens overnight. I have been studying this for over 8 years. I am finally on the right side of the quadrant, which is fantastic to say, but it definitely takes time, energy, and effort. And like I mentioned, I love teaching people how to do this. I find so much value in it, not just from my client's perspective, because once you get into the business owner and the investor category, now you get a lot of tax write-offs, a lot of tax deductions, things that that will help you reduce your taxable income, so more of the money you make, you can actually leverage it towards things that are just going to go out there and make you more money. But if you're thinking about this just in terms of a job, just in terms of a career, just because you want to get to the point where you have complete freedom of your time, your energy, your money, everything, you have to start to shift, right? You have to shift from one side of the quadrant to the other. And I teach people how to do that in my system, in my structure that I have built, leveraging the GFI platform. With the machine that I have running, people can come into my business. I teach them how to run and operate the system. You can go out there, train and develop a team to learn to do what you do. And then that gives you freedom of time, energy, effort, money, and location to be where you want, with who you want, whenever you want, however you want. And that's done through the system that I have created along with GFI. Now, you can do this with any industry, with any system. Like we talked about earlier, we touched on hairstylists. Maybe instead of just being a hairstylist working on W-2, you go to renting a station. Then from there, you go to owning the salon and hiring hairstylists to come and work for you, which gives you the freedom to go out there and do what you want, right? And have unlimited time and income freedom. Or if you're in the real estate industry, maybe you go from being a real estate agent to being a real estate broker that hires real estate agents to work for them. The key is people and system. The more people you have, the higher quality they are, the better trained they are, and the better run the system, the more freedom you will ultimately have. And it doesn't even have to be anything in any of these industries. You can do this with internet marketing. You can do this with e-commerce. You can get very creative with how you do this. So today's video is just meant to kind of open up your eyes and stretch your vision to what's actually possible out there. I know many people that still have a job and leverage this system and are building a business on the side. Heck, that's how I got into the industry. 8 years later, I'm a business owner on the left side of the quadrant, or on the right side of the quadrant actually, and being able to go out there and have complete freedom of time and schedule, and it's amazing. So if you want to work with me or somebody on my team and you think you'd be a good fit for our industry, just comment below, recruit me, and we will reach out to you and see if you could be a good fit for us. If you love this video and you want to see more videos just like it, click that subscribe button and hit the bell to turn on notifications, because I release a new video every single week. And my goal is just to continue to provide you with more value. And if you would like to talk to me one-on-one, you can always click the link in my bio that will take you to my calendar where you can schedule a call with me. Hopefully you learned something today. Do me a favor and share this video with anyone you can think of that is starting to think like a business owner and wants out of the rat race and wants to build themselves some passive income and have freedom of time, energy, effort, money, and location. That's who this content was designed for. I look forward to seeing you back here next week on YouTube.